So friends, in this lesson we will complete the remaining conceptual part of the foreign exchange. So friends, see what is the bid rate and the offer rate. So friends, see the bid, that is the bidding. When you do the bidding, when you want to buy something, right? So in simple word, bidding is nothing but the buying rate. And offer rate, what is offer? When you offer, I want to offer this pen at 5 rupees, that means I want to sell this pen at 5 rupees. That means the offer rate, it is nothing but the selling rate. Very simple. Remember, bidding is for the buying and offer, that means for the selling. See, for example, interbank market rates are quoted as 1 US dollar is equal to 66.48/62. Remember friends, that given the rate 1 US dollar is given, that means foreign currency is fixed, and when foreign currency is fixed, it is called as the direct rate. So 1 US dollar is equal to 66.48 and 66.62. That is the direct rate is given, and we have to read as the 1 US dollar is equal to 66.48 and 66.62. In this fashion you have to read. And friends, see first part, that is the 66.48, that is called as the bid rate, as it is the direct rate. And in case of direct rate, I have already told our principle is, for while buying, bidding is buying, and in case of direct rate we have to buy low and sell high. So the lowest value for the buying rate we have to take. Okay, as it is the direct rate, and the case is of buying, for a buying we have to take the lowest value. And in case of selling, see friends, in case of selling, for second part, which is the having the highest value, as it is the highest value, in case of direct rate we have to take it as a offer rate. Offer, that means the selling rate. And in case of the direct quote, we have a principle, buy low, sell high. So for buying, that is bidding, take the lowest value, and for selling, take the highest value. So in this fashion you have to remember, in case of direct rate, the principle is buy low and sell high. So friends, next part is very important. What is the cross rate? So friends, see, when the rate between two currency is not directly given or the available, it is calculated through the third common currency. When the rate between two currencies is not directly given, so it is calculated through the third common currency, that is called as the cross rate mechanism, or it is also called as the chain rule. It is very simple. See friends, for example, you have given euro to US dollar, that is, for example, that is nothing but the 1 euro is equal to 1.5 US dollar. And second, you have given USD to Indian rupees, that means 1 US dollar is equal to 50 rupees. And they are asking calculate the euro to Indian rupees. So in this fashion, so how to calculate euro to Indian rupees? See friends, I will explain you through the see what they have given. They have given euro upon USD, that is for 1 euro it is 1.5 US dollar. Okay, now next what they have given, US dollar, then it is the rupee. They have given, it is the 50 rupees they have given, and they are asking calculate euro to rupee. So just remember friends, euro to rupee we have to calculate. So how to calculate? See, it is the euro upon the rupee we have to calculate. So what is the common currency in they have given? See, USD is the common currency. So just write USD. You can write, because in the cross multiplication you can cancel this. Okay, now euro upon USD they have given, euro upon USD 1.5, just put the value 1.5 into USD upon rupee they have given, USD upon rupee they have given 50 into 50, just multiply, you will get 75 and 1.00 cancel, 75 rupee. That means you will get a value for the euro to rupee. Okay, this is very simple. That means 1 euro is equal to 75 rupees. Okay, in this fashion you have to solve the numericals. Next numerical we can observe here, the USD to Japanese yen they have given 118.20. Generally remember friends, Japanese yen are quoted generally for the 100 unit. That means we will generally calculate for value for the 100 Japanese yen. Next, they have given US dollar to INR, that means $1 is equal to 66.6 rupees, and we have to find they have wrongly written. We have to find, suppose we have to find yen to INR. What is the yen to INR? So how to solve? I will explain you here. You can see. Okay, I think it is visible to you. See what they have given. They have given USD to Japanese yen. It is given 118.20. And what they have given USD to INR, they have given 66.60. And they are asking to calculate yen upon INR, that is Japanese yen upon INR we have to find. So how to find that value? So friends, see the solution. Here is the way how to find, and the data is that much data they have given. So we have to find Japanese yen upon INR. So we can write this as a Japanese yen upon INR. Okay, we can multiply anything here, the same thing. While in cross multiplication we get cancel. And what is the common currency? USD is the common currency they have given. So just write US dollar and the US dollar. So what is the Japanese yen upon US dollar they have given? They have not given, they have given USD upon Japanese yen. So we want Japanese yen upon USD, so just reverse it. While reversing, the value they have given is also reverse, just take the reversal value. So we have to take 1 upon, we want Japanese yen divided by US dollar, but they have given US dollar divided by Japanese yen, so just take the reciprocal value. So that's why 118.20 multiply US dollar upon INR we are wanting. What is the US dollar upon INR? They have directly given, it is the 66.60. So when you solve this, you will get the answer. Using simple calculator you can just divide the value. So you will get Japanese yen to the INR value. That means for 1 yen how much is the for 1 Japanese yen how much is the Indian rupees. So you will get value as the 0.5635. Well, generally I have already told you Japanese yen is to be quoted in case of 100 units. So for 100 unit the value will become 56.35 Indian rupees. That is 100 Japanese yen is equal to 56.35 Indian rupees. So remember friends, this is the easiest way to solve the this type of numerical. So in this fashion we have to solve the cross rate numerical. So I will explain some more numerical because it is important. They may ask for 3 to 4 marks. Generally 3 marks they are asking. See, they have given GBP, that is the Great Britain pound to INR. It is the 12.2345. Great Britain pound to Japanese yen they have given 120.2432. Okay, and we have to find INR to Japanese yen. So what we have to find INR to Japanese yen? Just write INR to Japanese yen, and what is the common currency they have given is the Great Britain pound. From GBP we have to find the value for the INR to JPY. Just write the GBP here. Now what is the value for INR to JBP they have given? No, they have given for the reversal value, that is GBP to INR. So just take the reversal value. We want INR to GBP, so from that you can easily calculate, that is the reciprocal of this. Just take the reciprocal of this and just multiply. What is the value for the GBP to JPY? This value they have directly given, just put the value and just to solve using the simple calculator, that is a multiplication. That means basically divide 120.2434 by 12.2345. You will get the answer. You will get directly the answer. That is the for 1 Indian rupees you will get 9.8266 Japanese yen, or we can say for 100 rupees we can say 100 rupees it is the 982 Japanese yen. So it's not actually, we have to calculate only Japanese yen in case of 100 unit, but as in case of Indian rupees we have to take as a for 1 Indian rupees it is the 9.8266 Japanese yen, or we can say for 100 rupees you can calculate, just multiply it by 100. For 100 rupees you will get 98 rupees, or for 10 rupees it is the 98 Japanese yen. So in this fashion basically you can solve. Just remember we will go to the next numerical. Here also you can solve. Here answer is for INR to JPY it is 9.8, and in case of say see second numerical also they have given USD to INR 68.2500 and USD to SGD, that is Singapore dollar, they have given 116.6, and we have to find the SGD to INR. So friends, see here, we have to find, just write down SGD to INR we have to find. So in this fashion you can also write, we can multiply cross anything, while cross multiply it we get cancel. So just multiply, what is the common currency? USD is the common currency they have given, so just multiply by the common currency. So what, just put the value now. SGD to USD we want, we have a reversal value, that is USD to SGD, so just take the reciprocal of that, or take a reciprocal. So 1 upon 116.60 that we will take, and next we want USD to INR. So USD to INR they have directly given, just to put the value, just solve using the simple calculator, you will get the value. Okay, in this fashion you can solve some tough numerical. Next, it is not tough actually, very easy, so I am taking very fast. Remember friends, very important, USD to INR, the same question I am taking. USD to INR they have given, but they have given two values. Okay, here is the trick. And USD to SGD they have given two values. I have already told that two values, why they are giving two value, one is for buying and one is for selling. So we have to find SGD to INR, and for selling we have to find. And remember friends, the direct rate is given, and for selling we have to sell high. This is the principle. Okay, direct rate is given and the principle is sell high. For case, in case sell high, buy low and sell high, so we can write in this fashion. Okay, up to that it is okay to you. Now SGD to INR you can write as SGD upon INR. What is the common currency? US dollar, so just write down the US dollar. Now we want SGD upon US dollar, whether they have directly given, they have given reversal, right? That is USD to SGD they have given, so we have to take the reciprocal. We want SGD in the numerator, so let's take the reciprocal. So what it is the reciprocal, that means 1 upon 116.50 or 116.60, and we want USD to INR. USD to INR they have given, that is 68.2500 or 68.2600. Remember which value we have to take in the calculation, as it is the selling case and our principle is selling high. For selling we should sell high in case of direct rate, so we have to sell high. So which is the highest value, take the highest value. In case of sell high, so take the highest value. What is the highest value? This is the highest value, so this way we have to take. And as it is in reciprocal, the highest value will be the lowest value, as it is in the denominator. So 1 upon 116.50, 1 upon 116.50, it is the highest than the 1 upon 116.60. Okay, that is the basic mathematics. It is the highest value, so just take value 116.50 in the denominator, and in case in a numerator you have to take the 68.2600, the highest value, and just solve using the simple calculator. You will get Singapore dollar to INR, that is for 1 Singapore dollar the value for Indian rupees will be 0.5859. Okay, so in this fashion you have to remember. If they are asking for the buying rate, what you will do in the same example? Remember friends, if they are asking for the buying, in case of buying, for you can say TT buying, you can write TT here. TT stands for telegraphic transfer. In case of TT buying, what you will do? In case of buying you have to buy low, so just you have, in case of buy you have to take the lowest value. In case of buying you have to take the lowest value. For in case of selling you have to take the highest value. In case of buying you have to take the lowest value, right? If they are asking for the buying, you have to take the lowest value. This is the lowest value among this, and among this will be the lowest value. So using that two value you have to calculate. So this is very, very simple, that's why I am taking in a very brief manner. We will take more numerical in the separate video. Now my next aim is to give the very important concept here. See friends, the rate for the specific transaction, this is very, very important while solving the numerical. So see which rate we should take, that is whether we should selling rate, we should take buying rate, or we should take TT rate or the billing rate. So friends, see here, issue of a foreign currency DD. I have already told you in the beginning when to take buying rate or selling rate. issue of a foreign currency DD, that means we are issuing the foreign currency DD, that means we are issuing our $5 DD to the customer. That means our foreign currency is delivering, we are delivering the foreign currency. That means foreign currency, when we are delivering, that time we have to take the selling rate we have to take. When we are delivering foreign currency, take the selling rate. And TT stands for telegraphic transfer. When the transaction is happening instantly, we have to take TT. Okay, next, cancellation of foreign currency DD issued by the bank. Suppose, what is the cancellation of foreign currency DD? Suppose we are receiving, the customer approaches to us with the DD of a $5. Right? See the dollar symbol you can observe here. That means we are receiving the foreign currency. When we are receiving the foreign currency, it is the buying rate. For delivering, it is the selling. For receiving, it is the buying rate. And the transaction is happening instant, that's why it is the TT buying rate. Next, encashment of foreign currency DD. We are issuing the we are receiving the foreign currency DD. Suppose this is the $5 DD, and we are this DD we are coming to, the customer is coming to us with the DD. That means $5 rupees we DD, that is $5 of foreign currency we are receiving. As we are receiving, it is the buying rate. When you receive the foreign currency, it is the buying rate, and it is the instant transaction, that's why it is the TT buying rate. Next, purchase of export bill from exporter. See, in case of export bill, when the customer will export some good, you will receive some money in the foreign currency. Okay, that's why the money is receiving, that is foreign currency is receiving, that is called as the buying rate. And in case of export, the transaction is not happening immediate, right? We will transfer some goods, and after some time you will get some money. That is the time delay is involved. When there is a delay, it is called as the bills buying. Instead of TT, it is called as the bills buying. Okay, now reversal of a dishonored export bill. That means you have already there is export bill. When it is we are doing the reversal, it is just opposite that. In case of export bill, normal, it is the buying rate, we are receiving the foreign currency, and we are reversing the export bill. That means we are again giving the back that foreign currency. That means foreign delivery of the foreign currency is going away, that's why it is the selling rate. Just remember, when you receive the foreign currency, it is the buying case, and when you are delivering the foreign currency, it is the selling case. Okay, now see next some important while solving the numerical, you will observe, or they can ask a one liner MCQ also. For example, in case of payment of foreign currency import bill, which rate you will quote? Bills selling rate, TT selling rate, or TT buying rate, bills buying rate. In this fashion they can frame a question MCQ. So in each line from this slide can frame a MCQ. So next, crystallization of overdue of a foreign currency export bill. So in case of export bill also, I have already told, the crystallization of foreign currency, or the crystallization of the that we will study in a different topic, that is in export import we will study that. What is the crystallization? Here in case of, just remember the word export bill. Export, that means the currency will, you are delivering the currency, that's why it is the selling, that is the selling case. Next, payment of FC import bill. As it is import bill, we are doing the payment of import bill. That means you are delivering the India, that is the foreign currency you are delivering. If you are importing some goods, you will deliver that money to the foreigner in the in their currency. For example, you are importing some goods from the USA, you will deliver dollar to them. That's why the dollar is going away, so it is called as the selling rate. And as you are doing the payment, that means first you will import the goods and then you will do the payment. That means there is a delay involved, that's why it is called as the bills rate. When there is a delay or the documentation, that time there will be the bills rate, and when there is an immediate transaction, there is a TT you have to use. Okay, next, crystallization of overdue FC import bill under letter of credit issued by the bank. So again, the crystallization concept I will going to explain in the separate module. So it is also the money is going away from the bank, you are delivering the money. In case of import bill, so just it is the selling rate, and it is the time and delay involved, that's why it is the bills selling rate. Next is the transfer of funds from FCNR to NRE. That means foreign currency to NRE, you are transferring the fund. That means the foreign currency is transferred to the domestic currency. Basically, that's why we are receiving the dollar, that is we are receiving the foreign currency. So that's why when you receive the foreign currency, it is the buying rate, and the transfer of fund is immediate basis. That's why it is the TT. Next, transfer of funds from NRA to FCNR, that is vice versa. It is the common sense. That means domestic to we are transferring to foreign currency. That means basically we are transferring fund in a FCNR account, and in FCNR account, that is foreign currency account, we will transfer only the foreign currency. That means foreign currency is going away, that is we are delivering the foreign currency. That's why it is the selling rate, and it is the transfer of fund, it is immediate basis. That's why it is the TT selling rate. That's why it is TT. TT for the immediate transfer. And when it is the documentation or delay involved, you have to use the word bills. Next, payment of Indian currency after credit of foreign currency in nostro account of the bank. Remember, payment of Indian currency after credit of foreign currency in nostro account of the bank. That means we are paying Indian currency, but we are paying after the credit of foreign currency in the nostro account. That means foreign currency is crediting first, foreign currency is coming first, so it is coming first. That's why it is the T. Remember, foreign currency is coming to India, right? Credit of foreign currency, the name itself, that means we are getting foreign currency. When you get the foreign currency, it is the buying rate, and first we are getting the foreign currency, and then we are doing the payment of Indian currency. That's why it is the T. And vice versa, receipt of foreign currency in nostro account after payment of in rupees. That means we are doing payment first, right? That's why when you are doing payment first, that's why it is the bills rate, and we are receiving the foreign currency later on. That means it is the bills rate. We are doing payment first and receiving the foreign currency later. Very first we are receipt of foreign currency. When there is a receipt of foreign currency, we are receiving foreign currency, it is the buying rate. But just compare, then we are receiving foreign currency after the payment, that means delay is involved. That's why it is the not a it is not the TT buying, it is the bills buying rate. So friends, in this fashion, it is very important to understand which rate you have to use. So I think this is the most important video for solving the numericals in case of the foreign exchange. If you want the PDF of this note, you can join our Telegram channel. For that, you have to search @CIBBZ on the Telegram. On that Telegram group, you will get the all the notes and the PDFs. And remember, friends, the case study or the numerical based on the above the data that I have already explained to you will be provided in the separate video. So this is the very important lecture. You must go through the all the details, and you can also join our YouTube channel. You can also join our YouTube channel. If you join the YouTube channel, you will get more quality content and the more prime content. So friends, very all the best for your examination. Don't